So the Lakers faced off against the Portland Trail Blazers tonight, guys, and they come out with the win. A shorthanded Lakers team come out the win 123 to 115. The Lakers head to a 6-2 record and 4-0 on the road. They won this game shorthanded tonight without Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves, and LeBron James, and a couple other injuries as well to some of the other role players. But guys stepped up in a mighty level tonight, like Nick Smith Jr., DeAndre Ayton, and Rui Hachimura. Those guys were phenomenal. Nick Smith Jr. just probably earned himself more playing time in this rotation. We're gonna break down today's game between the Lakers and the Portland Trail Blazers and go over what the Lakers did right in this win to get this win get with the rotation extremely short-handed. And how the Lakers won this game. Let's go ahead and get into the recap, man. Before we hop into it, guys, y'all be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and hop into it. So, before we hop into the stats, man, I just want to say a few things. DeAndre Ayton was absolutely phenomenal tonight. He put up the stat line that he had tonight of 29 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. He put that stat line up when he was in foul trouble most of the game. This is a Portland Trail Blazers team that just beat the Denver Nuggets a few nights ago. And they run a lineup that has like 4 or 5 like extremely good wings defensively. You got Denny Abdi, that's a good defender. You got Jeremy Grant, good defender. You have Toumani Camara, who's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league. Shaedon Sharpe is extremely athletic. He can defend the ball. And then on top of that, you have Drew Holiday. All of those guys have size. They can move their feet. They got good lateral quickness. You did this tonight in a very, very impressive way without having your 3 best players. You had guys step up like Nick Smith Jr., who got literally cut by the Charlotte Hornets right before the season started. The Hornets cut him. They just cut him. And the Lakers picked him up on a 2-way contract. That was a phenomenal pickup. He is a good young player. I think this year is his 3rd year in the league. He was ranked very high in high school. He was a 1st-round draft pick. I thought he was very talented with the Hornets. When I watched them play the couple games, I watched them play over the last couple years. I don't know why they let him go, but I'm glad he's a Laker now, and he helped this team win this game tonight. I mean, he was extremely confident. He made 5 threes. He was absolutely phenomenal tonight. So let's go ahead and hop into the stats right quick, guys, and get a better idea of what the Lakers did tonight. Rui Hachimura is the guy that kind of got everything going. The first quarter, they kind of started off a little bit shaky because Portland, like I said earlier, they have such good defensive players. And they were really pressuring the ball. They were pressuring the ball at a high level. They were guarding 94 feet. They were full court pressing and trapping. They were trying to create turnovers. But the Lakers, they held their composure. They did have a few turnovers, and that's what kind of had them kind of shaky to start the game off. But since the Lakers don't have their primary ball handlers in Luka, Austin, and LeBron, obviously it's going to be a little bit harder to take care of the ball when you're playing against a team that creates so much pressure and so many turnovers from trapping and full court presses and stuff like that. The Lakers held their own tonight. Nick Smith Jr. played well, obviously. Bronny came in the game and played good too. He hit an extremely important 3 in the 4th quarter. He had a ton of great passes. He had a ton of steals and ton of deflections. Bronny played very, very good minutes tonight. Just a shout out to the whole entire team, man. This was a complete team win. Obviously, you guys stepped up and played phenomenal, but I felt like everybody that played tonight did great things. Obviously, Vando was in the passing lanes being annoying on defense. Jake LaRavia had a very good night, even though he didn't shoot the ball particularly well from 3. He did shot 5 or 10 from the field, and he was everywhere defensively, man. I absolutely love the Jake LaRavia pickup. He had 6 assists as well. Nick Smith Jr. had 6 assists with the 25 points. He shot 10 of 15 from the field, 5 or 6 from the 3-point line. I mean, he was just feeling it, bro. Bronny James, he did shoot 1 or 4 from the field. I think he should be more aggressive when he comes in the game. But he had 6 assists. He had 1 steal. He had a ton of deflections and blocks. He had a lot of good defensive plays as well, man. So I want to give a major shout out to DeAndre Ayton. A lot of people, when the Lakers picked up Ayton, a lot of people really just considered what he did important in the last couple of years as what the player that the Lakers were going to get. We have to think, bro, because when DeAndre Ayton played for the Phoenix Suns, he was the starting center on a finals team that almost won an NBA championship against a very good Milwaukee Bucks team. He was playing very, very well for that team in that stint of them going to the playoffs and going to the finals and just being a very good team. DeAndre Ayton was playing phenomenal basketball for that team. Now that he's on a winning team with winning players in a winning organization, he's playing well again. What do you know? When you're playing with bad teams, most of the time, you can have good games here and there, but the people are going to look at what happens to you in a bad way before they look at you in a good way, in the light, right? They're going to think like, yeah, you play for the Portland Trailblazers. Nobody cares. You put up empty stats. These things don't matter. DeAndre Ayton has been extremely solid his whole career, and he's showcasing his true skill now. And he really doesn't have like Anthony Davis skill level offensively, but he has a great motor. He runs the floor. He offensive rebounds. He's good around the rim. He has a great mid-range jump shot. And these are the things that the Lakers needed. He plays with size. He dominated this game tonight. This is a team that just beat the Denver Nuggets a few nights ago. And this is the team, like I said, they were playing against Jokic with the same closing lineup that closed out the game tonight with the 5 wing players. No bigs, just 5 wing players. Well, Drew Holiday is a guard, but he plays like a wing. He plays so much bigger than what he is. But they closed the game out with that same lineup that they did against the Denver Nuggets the other night. And DeAndre Ayton was dominating. He was getting offensive rebounds. He was blocking shots. He made a couple clutch baskets to keep the Lakers having the momentum because players would go to the rim. They would throw lobs to him. He would catch the lob, finish. You know what I'm saying? He caught a couple dump off passes and hit his little jump hooks. His mid-range jump shot was working tonight. He even hit a couple turnaround jump shots. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, the Lakers are for real. Winning a game like this on the road on the second night of a back-to-back when none of your stars play, most of the time this is a scheduled loss. When you are winning games of this caliber because you have none of your stars, this is hard. Teams don't do this every single year. Teams don't win games like this. Now, if the Lakers were at home, it would be a little bit more like, okay, well, they was at home, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more comfort. Like they would have been a little bit more comfortable. They went to Portland and did this. So this was an extremely impressive win. Obviously, it's early in the season, but all of these wins against Western Conference teams are very, very important because right now, before this game, the Portland Trailblazers were 4-2 and the Lakers were 5-2. And the Portland Trailblazers just beat you last week. So this was a very important win when it comes to tiebreakers. Maybe later on in the season, you might play. Obviously, you're going to play Portland again later on in the season, and now you're tied up in the head-to-head record 1-1. So these are the type of games that it's important because of the standings. Like now, I don't look at Portland as like some team that's going to be in the playoffs or be a team that's going to be a top 5 seed in the Western Conference, but they having a very good start right now. Just winning in general in the Western Conference is very, very important, but it's specifically against a team like this right now that's playing with a lot of confidence. They just beat a very good team in Denver the other night. They were on a 3-game win streak going into this game, and you win a game like this against a team like this that's got like very good momentum and very, very confident. This is a very good win for this team, man. And I don't want to continue to just harp on this win like we just won an NBA championship, but covering this team, guys, and the whole entire offseason with the acquisitions that we made and people just not thinking it was enough when we just literally won 50 games last year and were the 3rd seed in a historically great Western Conference last season when it comes to the regular season, when it comes to teams having just stacked records. We finished 3rd place last season with Luka only playing half the year, not even with the Lakers, and having no center and really not having a very good like 3-and-D wing type of player, like a younger prospect, like a Jake LaRavia or like a Marcus Smart, a guy that can actually defend the ball and just be a pest. You really didn't have that. Jared Vanderbilt was there, but he was out of position last year because you didn't have a big. He was playing backup center. So now that he's back in his regular position, it's a lot easier for him to seamlessly play at his regular position when it comes to guarding the ball, guarding on the perimeter. And he's playing better this year already. So this team won 50 games last year. The acquisitions you made this offseason without even overpaying. You paid Marcus Smart like 2 years, like $10 million or $11 million. You paid DeAndre Ayton 2 years, I think with a player option, $8 million. I think he got $16 million. These are literally great moves. And then on top of that, they're young players. Young players, well, Marcus Smart not really young, but the Jake LaRavia acquisition and DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton is only like 27 or 28 or something like that. So these moves are great moves for this team, and I would do the Jake LaRavia signing over Dorian Finney-Smith 9 times, 10 times out of 10. He's been better than Dorian Finney-Smith has been already in the early part of this season. I love Dorian Finney-Smith as a player. I like him a lot, but what Jake has done for this team in this early part of the season, he's already done more for Dorian Finney-Smith. Being able to attack off the dribble, he's been consistent shooting the 3. He's been phenomenal defensively, and with the stars being out these last couple games, you know, Luka been missing games. Austin don't really miss that many games, but he missed tonight's game because he kind of tweaked his groin last game. LeBron being out so far the whole entire season. And Jake LaRavia has stepped up. And he didn't have a great shooting night tonight from 3, but like I said, he made a lot of plays. If you watch this game, Jake LaRavia had a good game. So I want to give a major shout out to this team, man. This was a phenomenal team win. And the Lakers play against the San Antonio Spurs on Wednesday. That will be a tough matchup, especially if Jackson Hayes doesn't play. And, you know, DeAndre Ayton had a back issue, but he looked completely fine tonight. So going up against Wembanyama is going to be a challenge, but I do think you have more than enough to win because Austin and Luka should be back. So that'll be a tough game, but we should win. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's game. I said gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If y'all do, y'all be sure to drop a like and subscribe, man. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.